Don't you just wish Warzone was fun again? Actually being excited to get on the game with your friends and grind Warzone for hours on end? For me, Warzone back in 2020 was the game to play. I'd wake up, turn on my console, boot up Warzone, and literally play all day long. And remind you, this was during the peak of COVID when everything was shut down and gaming was the go-to thing. Warzone back then was so simplistic, which made the game enjoyable and easy to understand. Win or loss, the overall Warzone experience was top tier, and there were hardly ever times when the squad felt demoralized after a match. Nowadays, the game consists of bugs that are never fixed, and hackers who quite frankly have taken over Warzone. Yes, there were a few hackers back in Verdansk, but nothing to this extreme. It's gone to a point where even the good players are accused of hacking and even getting their accounts shadow banned. That's when you know everyone has trust issues with the game when it comes down to the hacker situation. On top of all that, the audio in this game is absolute garbage. There are no sound cues when someone is pushing around until that person is quite literally right behind you. At that point, there is no time to react and you're instantly downed. Warzone is losing players at a rapid pace and things need to change ASAP. According to an article dating back to December of 2024, Warzone has lost over 102,000 players, or 32.6% of its player base on Steam. For Warzone, this represents the largest drop in players in 2 years, dating back to late 2022 when Modern Warfare 2 was integrated and the Warzone 2.0 era began. At the end of the video, I will talk about the updates that Call of Duty has promised the community with the Season 2 update and going forward. But first, let me show you this clip. In this clip, you will see a blatant hacker using wall hacks and aimbot to run through Rebirth Island. This is what many see on a daily, and that itself is driving people away from the game. If Call of Duty doesn't update the Ricochet anti-cheat, the hacker situation will only get worse and the player base will drop even more, as players will not see a point in playing a game manifested with hackers. And that brings us to the end of the video, where I will go over the fixes and quality of life changes Call of Duty plans to implement, starting with the Season 2 update of Warzone. For the weapons, reload speeds are faster for all weapons, anywhere from 5% to 20% depending on weapon class. Reduce penalty when sprint to fire jumping from 35% to 10%, and increase jump ADS speeds by 25%. Weapon swap speed increased by 10%, effectively replicating the effect of the quick grip gloves perk from Modern Warfare. And remove burst and semi-auto rifles and low rarity pistols from ground loot, allowing for more confidence in knowing how your weapon will fire when you pick it up. On to movement. Increase both jump speed and successive jump height with one unmodified successive jump. Increase the speed of the parachute cut animation, making cutting a parachute and readying your weapon significantly faster. Increase player velocity when landing from a cut parachute land for smoother transition into full sprint. For audio, reducing reverb effects to improve directionality of movement audio produced by other players, whether that's footstep, ascenders, or parachutes. There are many more quality of life changes and bug fixes I did not go over in this video, but I will post a link to the blog post for the upcoming Season 2 update changes. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more. I will be going over the upcoming updates on the Warzone and will be updating the community on the current state of the game as the months go on.